I heard a stat this week, and that is that credit card debt is unfortunately at an all-time high. If you're in that position, you know someone is, or you're really just interested in accelerating the payoff of your debt, I'd like to extend myself as a resource for you. I'm a certified liability advisor. What that means is I've gone through training, I have the tools and kind of the expertise to help fine tune someone's kind of debt profile. What I'm going to do is talk you through a hypothetical scenario and kind of show you the tools we work with to get from someone's current position into an improved position. From there, if I can be of assistance, please let me know. All right, so let's jump in, and a lot to look at here. So let me explain what we're looking at. So on this left side, someone's current scenario, hypothetical scenario, and then we're going to kind of play around with the details and see if we can find a more streamlined debt position for them to be in. All right, so up top, we're going to look at their home. So they have a home valued at about $600,000. They had an original loan balance of $350 that they've been paying on for a couple of years. A couple car loans, interest rates aren't terrible, but they're not great either. And then 4 credit cards. This is really what's eating them alive and where there is opportunity in here. So then we come over to scenario number 1, which is at the moment a mirrored scenario. I like the idea of leaving the cars alone, even though the interest rates are a little bit higher. The terms are really pretty short, so they'll be paid off soon enough here. So where I see opportunity here is to restructure this debt. I don't sell home equity lines of credit, but I have referral sources and understand the products that are out there. So if we were to add a home equity line of credit to their home and use that to pay off their credit card debt, I think we can probably do some good. Let's look at that. So they currently have about $34,500 in credit card debt. So let's say they open up a HELOC for $34,500. Interest rates are a little bit higher on HELOCs right now. However, still less than half of a credit card rate. Let's say they open this here pretty soon, and that's going to allow them to pay off this credit card debt. So now let's measure the impact of that. The effective percentage rate that they're paying goes from a little over 5 to a little over 4. So an improvement there. Being that we're taking that credit card debt and stretching it out over 30 years, the interest remaining goes from $192,000 to $225,000. So that's a step backwards, and I'll speak to that in just a minute. Total monthly payments drop about $1,100. So if they're in a scenario where they need to free up cash to pay for college, they really maybe just need more cash flow on a monthly basis to support their lifestyle, it could be a good move just to create more cash, and there's a lot of potential there. However, let's say they are interested in accelerating the payoff of all their debt. So how do we reduce the amount of time it's going to take to pay off that debt? So if we take that $1,100 a month in savings and employ the Avalanche debt paydown method, meaning they pay down the highest interest rate first. Once they pay that off, they take the minimum monthly payment that was there, add it to the debt payoff number, and just keep adding and adding. It'll accelerate all of this, and let me show you what that does. So they go from total interest remaining of $192,000 down to $87,000, debt-free date 2049 down to 2033. So they cut off 16 years. So their monthly expenditure doesn't change. All we're doing is taking this debt, putting it into a HELOC, freeing up cash, taking that cash, and then attacking the debt with it and doing a ton of good here. That's just one example. And for someone who has more credit card debt, there's even more opportunity there, or maybe high interest auto loans. We can get in there and look at that. So in addition to the tips and tricks in the body of the email, that's where I'd love to be of assistance, help you kind of think through some scenarios. In the body of the email is a link to my calendar. Feel free to schedule a time to chat if you'd like to dig in and see what we can do for you. Thank you.